Like, it's completely different for me. I gotta figure it all out again. Let's get it going right away here. Okay, in three, two, one. What's going on, Wolves? Welcome back to another episode of Pod Chats, the podcast where I talk to my clients openly and straight to the point. I'm very excited. We currently have 26 people here live. This class does get fairly large, so we're going to try to get to everybody as quickly as we can and answer all questions to the best of my ability. Now, again, if you would like to ask a question on Pod Chats, you need to hit the reactions tab and raise your hand, all right, so we can get right into it. The main reason why I love Pod Chats so much, all right, across the board, is due to the fact that I get to connect with you guys here live. All right, I get to deal with your guys' problems live. I get to kind of get put on the spot and answer anything that you guys are struggling with, whether it's to do with your mindset, your business, DMs, sales, retention, or anything else, all right, on the drop of a dime. And that's always something that I get very excited about because it tests my knowledge, but I also get to test you guys mentally and emotionally when it comes out of your business in a big way. You guys ready to get this started? If you are, drop some fire emojis in the chat box. Before we actually answer any questions, we dissect everything, I just want to let you guys know that, again, we are hosting our fucking biggest and best event yet. We're talking about looking at an attendance of 500 people in person. That is the main goal, and that's what we're looking at right now. When it comes down to Houston, between the dates of September 20th and 22nd. All right, Maximus, I know you're coming. Maryland, I know you're coming. If you guys have not got your ticket yet, grab the fucking ticket right now. Click the goddamn link and get it done. Right? Stop thinking about it. Stop debating it in your mind. Stop, oh, maybe I'll wait to the last minute. I promise you, if you do not come, you will regret it for the rest of the year. Because again, every single time somebody comes, they double, quadruple, all right, 5x their income, transform their life, their business skyrockets like crazy, and then they get in the group, they start posting wins, and then what happens with all of you guys that don't come? You guys start seeing those people, then you compare yourself to them, and then you're like, why am I not seeing wins like them? Well, because you're choosing to sit in your basement or watch events from a TV screen instead of putting yourself in rooms that make you extremely uncomfortable. Right? Like, who here gets extremely uncomfortable going to random events, meeting people they never know? I have my hand up for a reason, by the way. All right? I do not fucking like it. It makes me feel anxious as shit. All right? I'm being real with you guys right now. But I do it, and I will go spend 10 grand to get an event with the VIP with Limitless because that's what's going to help me. I dropped 10 grand on a fucking ticket to go to Andy Elliott's event at the end of July with Brian, and we're doing the VIP experience because I know it's going to help me. Get in the room with people. All right, get in the room with people. Quincy, I know you're super social, bro. I might seem super social with you guys because I like you guys. All right, random rooms. All right, I'm that guy who sits on the edge of the room just observing people. All right, Brian's the social one out of us. I'm more of the, what's up? How you doing? All right, I'm good. Goodbye. Love you. Let's get into it. Chanel, go ahead and ask me a question. What's going on?
I must be really quick at raising my hand.
Quick as fuck.
I already know. Okay, so, couple things. I feel like, so I've taken on 6 clients just in the last couple months
Good work.
with a very small audience. I'm around 600 or so. And as people follow me, I do DM them, but like they're new leads, so they're really cold.
Yes.
So I kind of feel like I've exhausted most of my hot leads. And then I have been getting more leads on TikTok. Like I almost feel like I get more followers there than I do on Instagram for some reason. So I'm really struggling with how to convert Instagram leads to clients. Because I know the DM thing is kind of weird on there. Like people are a little less likely to respond, it seems like, on TikTok. So like, how can I go from there?
So, again, TikTok is always harder when it comes down to generating income. When you guys look at the platforms themselves, think about like Instagram is your income generator. TikTok is your audience generator. Like TikTok is going to get you the eyes because it's easier to go viral there. And it's a lot more of a consumable short form platform where Instagram is very mature. So the best way to get TikTok people to buy is to funnel them into something that they feel like there's no resistance to. So like a free Facebook group, or giving them a free resource like an ebook, or again, maybe just getting them to Instagram. All right, come check out my IG, or let's have a conversation on IG. At the end of the day, you can still send out DMs. We know people that are closing tens of thousands of dollars of a TikTok, but it just takes longer because you gotta wait for them to open it up, and some of the DMs just go straight to the request folder because again, the platform isn't as mature. So when it comes to TikTok, think about it as a funneling system. Do you have a free Facebook group right now?
Not a Facebook group.
So what we could do is we could just send out DMs, all right, start conversations, and then again go engage with their profiles, be social on social media, and quote unquote hope that they reply. Not a great answer. I know that it's not something that you guys want to hear because you're like, what's the hack to get there? There really isn't one. TikTok again is more of like a eyes platform rather than like a very good platform to be able to monetize right off the bat. It's a longer game. So we got to be able to funnel them. I would suggest, and the reason why I'm not just saying start a free Facebook group is because I don't want to overwhelm you and I don't know how many things you're already doing. But let's say you do create a free Facebook group in the future, make that your bio. All right, 100%. As of right now though, how many followers do you have on TikTok?
Like 70, but I just opened my TikTok a couple months ago.
Right, so you can't even put a link in your bio yet, if I'm not mistaken, because you need 1,000 followers.
No, as long as you have a business, you can put a link in your bio. So
Perfect. So
yeah,
put your application. Put your application there.
I've signed one person from TikTok.
Yeah.
Who applied, so.
Perfect. So do your application. Make your bio super simple. Like, put your I help statement in a short and sexier version than your Instagram, and then just be like, inquire about coaching, or inquire below, or talk to me about coaching, or talk to me about your goals. Something that's incredibly low barrier of entry to fill out the application itself. Okay.
Okay.
That. And then as far as like doubling down on the platforms and again growing more, as soon as you feel like you've quote unquote exhausted leads, pivot all of your focus, or again, take that with a grain of salt at the end of the day, guys. You still need to make sure you're doing retention and more. But when I say pivot all your focus, what I'm saying is make sure that you're like really doubling down on content ideation, right? Content creation. Like the main thing that you should be doing is fucking what can I do to get more eyeballs right now? Okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty much posting every day right now.
Good.
I think maybe I missed a day here or there, but I mean I've been doing that for 6 months, so.
Good work.
Just more and just trying to improve my content for now.
That makes me super happy. Good job.
Thanks.
I like it. Got you. Marilyn, what's up? You're muted right now. Can't hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I have a question regarding my 14-day challenge. I posted it on Monday and it's full now, which I'm super excited, and then it's going to start on Monday. And I added a new question to the form where he said something along the lines of like, do you want a 28-minute free consultation to go over your goals after the challenge? And I think like everybody said yes except for one person. So now I have like 20 calls booked. And I'm excited about that, but I've never done that. So I was wondering like, should I do it like, how I've been doing it in the past is I do it like after the first check-in. So after the first week of their challenge, I reach out to them and say, hey, like, kind of like I do the same thing that is on the training. I say the same thing. Should I do that for each person or should I book it now? What are your thoughts on that?
How did it work last time you did it over the first check-in?
It works well because I feel like a lot of my clients or like the participants are excited. Their momentum, they got results for the first week and they're like, just like, whoa, I can't believe I did this in 1 week. So I think like I give it my all, so they're super like happy with me after they work with me for a week.
So in your gut, what do you feel like you should do?
After that first week.
Right? So realistically, there's no wrong answer here. You could DM them all right now, and you could try to book calls with them and sell them into your program. We've seen individuals do that, guys. All right, we had a client, Andrew Chow, literally did a 14-day challenge, sold 90% of his leads before the challenge even started. We've had people do 14-day challenge, sell all of their leads before the challenge even started, and then not even run the challenge because they're like, there's no fucking point. They're my clients now. Now, again, is that good or bad? It doesn't matter. Like it's just whatever happens to you, and it's how everything lays out. My automatic thing always is what feels better in your gut, and then go with that. And that's why I asked you that question. I like that strategy. Get them a little bit of results, make them feel happy, and then reach out to them and have a conversation. But you can also look at it subjectively. Like, I'm going to be real, or I'm just going to use Corey for an example here because Corey looks fucking great right now, and this obviously isn't the person I'm talking about. But let's say Corey joins my 14-day challenge, he wants to lose 100 pounds. Okay? If he leaves his number, I'm DMing him right then and there. Yo, Corey, listen, dog. Or first, I'm gonna send a message. I'm gonna say, hey, is this Corey? He's gonna say, yes, this is. Who's this? I'm like, yo, it's Cole. You left your number on the application. I'm super excited for the 14-day challenge. How you feeling? I'm feeling great. So listen, dog. You said that you wanted to have a phone call with me after the challenge. I would actually love to set up a quick consultation before we even start. Are you open to a 50-minute call today? Yeah, dope. I'm literally gonna get him on the phone. And the reason why I'm moving fast, guys, is because who here believes you can lose 100 pounds in 14 days? 0 people, right? There's no fucking point in him doing it. He needs to be a client.
Yeah.
Right? And the reason why he's doing the 14 days, why? Because he has a series, right? A series of doing shit that doesn't fucking work instead of doing what is necessary. So I'm just going to give him the solution, which is my program. Does that make sense, Marilyn?
Yeah.
Right? So it's again, just judge it. If you have a bunch of people that are like looking to lose anywhere from like 10 to 20 pounds, it's not even that much. Like, again, do the check-in thing, hit it. You have a couple of people that are like needing fucking help, call them one, stand on game. Give them the call, give them their DMs, and figure it out. And again, if you lose them, you lose them. Then they were going to sign up at the end of the 14-day challenge anyways. But I'm like, you're trying to give them the solution, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you 2 more quick questions?
As long as they're quick, yes.
Yeah. So the number 2 is I usually always do meal plans for my for the challenges, and I know like a lot of people don't do meal plans, they do macro, but I was just wondering how do they do that, because a lot of people don't really understand how to track their macros. So like, do they do like the coaching call before? I'm not really sure how to do that if I wanted to do like macro tracking for the challenge.
Easiest way that you could do it is you could create a macro tracking guide. This is what I actually did. I can try to find mine. Actually, Michelle, I think we have this link. Can you go into my Canva right now and get me the MyFitnessPal macro tracker, and we'll post it in the fucking chat box by the end of pod chats. Hence why you guys need to be our client. I'll give you free resources. But we have a Canva thing that I made in the past. And literally, it just shows people how to count their macros. It's like an 8-page document, breaks it all down. So when I would do challenges in the past, I'd be like, here you go. In their trainer eyes underneath nutrition guys, I would actually put the PDF macro guide in there. So when you open up in the nutrition section, it'd be right there. And at the top, I would calculate your personal macros. So Corey, you would open your app and you'd be like, oh, dope, my macros and calories are this. And now I have an 8-page document teaching me exactly how to track them. Perfect, there we go.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you so much for I think that would be so helpful.
Yeah.
And is it okay that I give people the option that they can pick what they feel more comfortable with?
See, that's where I would actually draw a line. And the reason why is because I don't like playing the game of like, some people are doing this, some people are doing this. Okay, let's waste my fucking time and do a bunch of different things. All right, I'm about the fluidity of doing one. Like, if you're gonna do meal plans, do meal plans. Because why are you doing them?
And those have worked well. And that's the one thing, like for me, all the challenges that I've done, like people like get results and they're really happy how they feel. And so they've been working really well. I just have this like, I just don't want them to feel like this is like my program, that you're only gonna have a meal plan and be restrictive. But I do want to make it clear that like, once you are my client, I teach you how to track the macros so you can have more food freedom. So that's why I'm like, should I do it? Because there's no.
Yeah, run it. Listen, guys, I started all my 14-day challenges and I still actually do it. That's still now. All right, I did it all the way to the end of fitness coaching. I never did generic planning. All right, we gave you guys the option of generic planning due to a lot of people not wanting to calculate nutrition programs for a person that was only going to be there for 14 days. But let's not play games. The person who gets the meal plan that they can follow will always get better results than the person who gets macros right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because if the person knew how to follow something on their own, they'd already be in shape.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And then the last one is I have a community event on Saturday. I do this twice a year where I do an in-person workout. I like rent like a jumping house, face painting, petting zoo, and it's a way for me. I love community relationships, and it's a way for me to connect with people in person. So my plan was like, now I have all these new people that I have never met, and like they're all excited to come to the community workout. So I think it'll be a great way for me to build real life connections and relationships. And but I don't really do like any like I don't put anything out there for my program. I guess it's just more like, hey, I'm here to like do an in-person workout. But I'm like, should I be more intentional about like maybe have a sign up sheet of like you can book like a 20-minute consultation with me for free.
No, I probably wouldn't do. I wouldn't do like a sign up sheet. I'd probably just go online, get a QR code, right? Like create a QR code breakdown, and then like for your application, and then like midway through after you give value, be like, also if any of you guys want to talk to me because you'd like to get deeper into your goals, just scan this QR code right here, and it will take you to my application. Blah blah blah, bam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Okay, I'll do that.
Cool.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much.
Got you. Go kill it. Thank you for coming up.
Of course.
By the way, iPhone, change your name to your name so we can actually talk to you. I always like talking to you guys. I saw everybody. I just saw the breakdown. I'm like, I see you guys pop up in the chat box. I'm like, guys, change your names to your names so we can actually see you and talk to you. Corey, what's up?
What is going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Cool. So I just wanted to give you kind of a quick update, and then I have a question about 14-day challenge. Is that okay?
Hit me. Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. All right. So over the last couple of weeks, I kind of slacked on my non-negotiables as far as sending out the amount of DMs that I was currently already doing. Like the last time that we talked, you told me don't need to do more, just kind of stick with it.
Yes.
And the reason being is just personal issues with wife and communication. So we had a conversation with people involved, like good things and stuff, and came to an agreement on just personal life, where that's headed. So the last 4 days have been fantastic. So good with that. So we agreed to terms, like as far as like my working, because that was the big thing is you're putting all this effort into something and not, like you're plowing the field and there's no crops. And so, it came to a good spot. So we came to an agreement on that. So future plans is get back on to doing 50 plus DMs, 50 ads, and then I'm going to be improving. I'm currently improving.
Hello.
I'm going to get better at real world value in my content. So my guys are specifically busy dads, so they have one or multiple kids. And what I've found I enjoy doing, and I get more feedback, like just comment wise or reaching out DM wise, is how they can incorporate it into their real life, but what is the benefit of doing that for long term? So I'll utilize, like working their arms so they can carry groceries and lift their kids if they fall, like those types of things.
Yeah.
So a question about the challenge is, I ran one previously. I've done call to actions for several other things. Just, I really think I don't have a lot of trust there yet or anything built up. So I have a fear around running a challenge and marketing it versus just doing it DM only to, I have over 900 people that I've had conversations with, in the DMs. So could I do DM only? Should I just get over myself and still market it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So like this is the thing, right? DM only will always be better. Right? Because you guys are actually hunting for the individuals that you would like to serve, so they feel more connected to you. Let's be blunt, all right? We'll talk about the events and everything else. When I DM somebody personally to come to the event, to join the live stream of mine and Brian's, to come to an Elite Mansion Mastermind, I always get better feedback, no matter what, because you guys are here for me personally. But it doesn't mean I don't care for people if I'm not DMing them personally, right? So we do both. We do the opening marketing, so you see what we're doing, and then I also send the DMs themselves. Does this make sense?
Kind of. So you initially said which one to do, and then you said kind of do both. Makes sense.
Yes. So what I'm saying is you should market it publicly, but also do DMs. Don't. It's not one or the other. It's both.
Still do like the same cadence with doing it on the story.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Blast it out everywhere. And then what I would do is look towards. You said 900 conversations. Do a little audit of like, okay, who would you like to see there? Right? And then message all those people first and then slowly work yourself way down the line, but still do all the public marketing the exact same way. Like blast it on stories, blast it in your feed, do all that shit so it's out there, and then go do the grind work as well.
Got it. Okay, so that 900, that is the individuals that I actually went through their profiles, see if they were dads, if they would fit my niche, my program in general. So that was broken down from 1,400.
Hell yeah.
So I still have the remainder.
Yo, Corey, good fucking job. Good job. Because I said good job. Because a lot of people here, I'm going to be blunt, you guys would never do that shit. You guys speak to 1,000 plus fucking people, you don't track any of your fucking leads, and then you're like, oh, I can't find my avatar. When you just heard Corey talk about how he had 1,400 people, he broke it all the way down to 900, auditing each individual person based off of their needs. That's a fucking cool thing.
You want to know why I do it though, honestly? Because I'm tired of losing. Like, there's got to be something that I'm missing, and whatever everybody else is missing, it's different for them. So when I hear, oh, this is the thing that might work for Maximus, I go and try that thing, and I'm like, okay, well, XYZ is improved, but it's still not getting me to where I need. So the trainings and everything obviously help, but I just need to get out of my own way, and I think knowing who I'm talking to, it just, that's easier. So, how, the last thing about the marketing of it, with the flyer, do I still just do that the same on like the stories, like what it shows in the modules?
Yeah, guys, the flyer is just, it's like simplistic marketing. I honestly, it doesn't even really matter. And again, I'm gonna be straight here for a second. Some of you guys might be like, well, Cole, what the fuck do you mean? Like, why did we create it if it doesn't matter? Because you need to learn how to get the shit in your brain out of your fucking brain. All right, you need to learn how to market, and that's why we start with the baseline flyer. After you've done it once and you get good at it, it's more about like, okay, let's just create something very simple so people can look at it, they can understand exactly what's on here, let's blast it out, and then after we're done the challenge, we can archive the post, or we can archive the story. Make it as simple and as sexy as it can look. Blast it under the stories, blast it under the feed, put it out there for a little bit until you're done your marketing, and then archive it.
And then with the connection posts, like whenever I do that, or testimonial written ones, how should those be pretty short and sweet? Like, John came to me for XYZ, this is what we kind of did, and this is what he continues to learn or do, or, you know, like, just very kind of basic, or still like a...
To a certain degree. So, proof is contextual, because if the transformation is not incredibly drastic, keep the story a little bit shorter. And the reason why is because people aren't going to care anyways. If you guys put up a transformation photo or video and the person is barely seeing any results, visually, no one will give a fuck. Like, and this is where it's like, you guys aren't life coaches, you're fitness coaches. So telling a story about how someone's just happier, like, we care, but the world doesn't, right? So like, we need to be aware of that. But if you had a client who's 50 pounds and they are visually different, blast that shit. But then we need to make sure that we are writing it properly. So what I would do is start with results. Obviously, they lost X amount of pounds and X amount of inches in X amount of time, and then tell a personal story about how that transformed their life, because then people will feel emotionally connected to that individual. Make sense?
Yeah, just using that kind of breakdown that they supplied with us. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm running it on the 29th at the end of this month, because Edward Scott challenged me to get one in before the end of the month, so I beat him to it.
I like it. Go get it done.
Spencer Gallo, sorry, Spencer.
I like it. Go get it done. Fuck yes.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Got you. Brady, what's up?
What's up, Cole? How you doing?
Best day of my whole life, man. How can I help?
Yeah, I had a quick content question. So I was on content on it on Monday, and it talks about like my followers is going up quite a bit, but I still don't have like too many people filling out my application or inbound leads. So I guess my question is, like, what I should post more of, do you think? So a lot of my recipe stuff does well, the cooking stuff does well. So I don't know if it's like more testimonial result stuff. So I've had a few people that I DM, they're like, oh, I appreciate the recipes, like I love cooking. So it almost seems like I'm coming across as like an influencer. I know we are influencers, but an influencer that just wants views versus somebody who actually is coaching people too.
Yeah.
So post more stuff of me working with people or results. So
when's the last time you did a CTA?
I've been doing the case study one on Mondays. I haven't done the soft one on Thursdays in a while, but I've been doing the case study story thing. My last like real, last time I made a reel was probably like 2 weeks ago. It was like a 5 guys reel.
And how'd that go?
It went all right. I had 3 people. Like I did the keyword thing, comment dads on for more information. I had 3. So the conversation's still going. I haven't booked a call with anybody, but the conversation's going somewhat in the right direction with those guys.
And you started the conference a week ago?
Yeah.
Okay. First and foremost, get more aggressive with them. Let's just get that going. Secondly, when it comes out of your content, right, we just need to review it. So you're posting connection, you're posting proof, you're posting that shit, but you're not getting a lot of inbound DMs. You're not getting people reaching out to you. That tells me that we are not valuable enough. Now, again, we did the content audit. I love the rest of the videos. Okay, I like what they look like. But again, we just gotta look at it subjectively. You said that a lot of people appreciate the recipes, but they're not seeing you as the authority. So what I would suggest you do is, now you're doing recipes to give value. Where is the opinion pieces on why people should pay attention, on why people should follow them, on why people should actually implement the shit that you're teaching? Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, it's going to be a little bit of you creating content that sparks emotion in people's brains to make them want to take action. And it's also just going to be a little bit of, you're going to have to just deal with the timeline.
Yeah.
Right? Because like the recipe videos, even though they're not new, they are fairly new. So we need to be aware of that and understand that just because we have a couple things go viral doesn't mean we just get a fucking assload of leads instantly. Unless our page is extremely valuable, and I'm going to bring up Kenny as the example on that. Like, Kenny didn't go viral forever, even though every one of his videos were incredibly valuable. And then when he finally popped off, one of the videos went viral, people started flooding to his page, and then every single piece of content that he posted, they were like, oh my god. So next thing you know, he just started getting fucking applications like crazy. So, like, we're posting a ridiculous amount of nutrition value right now, which is awesome, right? Now we just gotta look back and be like, okay, well, what's the full picture? Who do you help, Brady? Tell me.
New dad by niche.
Dope. So, new dad comes to your page. We know for a fact that you're gonna give them protein recipes to help them with their body, correct?
Right, yep.
Are they gonna get the workout knowledge needed to create the body, yes or no?
Probably not. I mean, I post some workout stuff, but I tried to do like the Krypton Slenor thing where that kind of flopped, so.
Well, this is the thing. It's about experimentation, right? So don't panic.
Yeah.
It's just, these are the questions we gotta answer. So the workout shit's not there, right? What about the mindset? Do you feel like your content, opinion-wise, mental-wise, connection-wise, will help them build a better mindset as a new dad, yes or no? Pretty sure Brady just got kicked out, which is hilarious because we were just having a good conversation. Does that make sense, everybody? Thumbs up if that makes sense. Right? When it comes down to your page, if you feel like you are not getting the amount of leads that you would like to, reaching out, asking for help with their goals, look at your page subjectively. Right? Look at your content subjectively. Are you creating that shit? I know you got kicked out, Brady. We're just going to continue this conversation and break it down a little bit. You can unmute right now, by the way, because you just popped back in. All right, so we have the nutrition, awesome. We don't have the workout shit. Now, is that a huge deal? Not really if we're producing enough value content, but if we truly help new dads control their mind, get in the best shape possible, and lead by example, then we also need to give them something to help them with their bodies. So we got to fill that gap. And then when it comes down to the mind, like, have you done, you're a new dad, correct?
Right, yeah.
Right? Have you opened up and talked about the real shit of when you look at your kids sometimes and are like, I love you, but fuck you?
No.
Why not? Listen, and again, let's have a real dad-to-dad convo right now. I love my son. There are days where I look at him and I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
Then say it.
I mean, the sleep stuff, I've made like 1 or 2 videos about that, but like waking up, like, I don't know, you talked about it a few times, like, if she doesn't sleep through the night, then I wake up and I still get my workout in, and whatever, 3 hours of sleep, so I can definitely make some.
Dude, 100%. And this is the thing, right? Like, everybody laughs at that, right? And who here, and like, be real with me right now, when I say those things about my son, who here is a little bit like, oh, I don't know if Cole should be saying that, or like, that's a little bit off. Some of you guys put your hand up, right? You know why that is? Because society has programmed you guys to not speak your fucking mind. All right? It's like frowned upon for parents to speak the truth. And that is why when we first had my son and somebody asked me a question, isn't his cry so cute? And I went on my story and was like, no, it's the most annoying fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, and it's keeping us up and I can barely sleep. Because guess what? That's the truth. And I had hundreds of parents being like, thank you. I thought I was crazy. I thought I was a piece of shit parent for getting angry at my kid because I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. So it's like, we gotta talk about the real shit. The real shit. So you help new dads do what? After you figure out what the do what definition is, then you need to fill that entire gap. Make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
Cool, thank you.
Got you, bro. Go get it done. I like it. Maximus, what's up, G?
What's going on, brother?
Fucking best day of my whole life. How can I help you?
Well, I'm fucking feeling really good after the summit. Like, momentum has been rolling, and I've like doubled my clients in the last like month and a half. So fucking things are going great.
I like that.
But what I'm wondering about is like the question I asked during the summit about like content. Like I've been trying to like explore a little bit with that kind of stuff, but it seems like my content in the last like 2 weeks has been like the worst it's been in like months, like in regards to like lead flow and like starting new combos, things like that. So I'm just wondering like if you maybe have any ideas. I was able to make content audits on Monday because I was working, but and I'm not asking you to like hop on my page now,
Yeah.
but like I'm just kind of like I feel like I'm putting more effort in, like I'm being more intentional with the scripting and like reviewing and taking out filler words and like taking all the advice I get from people like in the CLA and like trying to implement it, but it just doesn't necessarily feel like I'm reaping the benefits of the extra work. And I obviously know like I have to embrace the stuff like that was
Pause. Yes. Okay, and like everything you're saying right now is good. Okay, but also like I'm just gonna validate your feelings for a minute right now, dude. Posting on social media and not having it working is the most frustrating thing in the entire world. You guys, like all of you guys who feel like this are not crazy. It's a very normal thing. Trust me, I've been doing this shit since 2016. It's fucking annoying. You're allowed to get frustrated. You're allowed to get pissed off. You're allowed to get annoyed, right? But what we're not allowed to do is play the victim role. And this is where I'm always about like, okay, what can we assess? And what I'm going to tell you, all right, because we're not going to dive into your content right now because we obviously got to respect everybody's time. But what I'm going to tell you is how to do a self-audit. And this is how we're going to break it down, all right? The last thing that all of you guys should be looking at to gauge performance on videos is views, period. Okay? And I know that that sounds incredibly contradictory and it sounds ridiculous, but at the end of the day, all right, like let's put it this way. How many of you guys see that 1 second video trend that just loops? Bing, 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 and it has its shit. I'm going to say this very quietly in the mic. The day any of you guys show up to content audits and show me that video is the day that I kick you off the call and I just move to the next person. Because like that is not fucking value. You're chasing views because you want to be viral instead of actually serving, right? So this is why, like, that's just a testament to why like views don't matter. What we need to be assessing is the top is follows, obviously, based off of each post, and you can actually do that now. The next would be shares. The next would be saves. All right. The next would be comments, and the next would be likes. So what I want you to do, Maximus, is I want you to go to your Instagram. All right. You can also do this on your TikTok, your YouTube, wherever the fuck else you're posting. Go to your content. Look at the last 30 days to 60 days. Anything over that is irrelevant. All right. You can recreate stuff that is older than that, but trying to gauge that engagement, it's just not the same. Things change too quickly. So 30 to 60 days, look at that spectrum. How many people followed me on each of my best performing posts? Check it out, recreate those, reassess those, do them again. All right, then it's shares, saves, comments, likes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, now.
All of those individually, like going by. Like,
Oh yeah, dude. And like this is the grind work, guys. All right, like I'll give you a breakdown right now. I woke up this morning. As you guys know, I work out every day. I box every day. My right rib has been bothering me for like the last 6 months. I've got like a bunch of fascia buildup, and I keep, from what it feels like, pulling my rib out of the fucking socket. Like it's not comfortable at all. So every like 4 or 5 days, I'm like finding that I need to rest. So this morning, instead of going to the gym, I literally took an Epsom salt bath to soak that part of my body before I rolled it out with the lacrosse ball. Dude, for an hour and a half of me doing that morning routine, all I did is look at content and assess content that did good in the past. I did my morning routine, and then I was glued to my phone this morning before I did anything else, before I spoke to anybody else, before I did any meeting, just literally auditing content. How many people followed me from this post? What were the comments like? What were the shares like? What was the breakdown here? How quickly was the scene changed? What was my hook? What were the subheadings? And just diving into it, taking notes like crazy.
I guess I have like a big question, like backing off that. So I've done a self-audit before, probably about a month ago, so it's definitely due with like how it's been performing now. But like I do like a bunch of, I'm trying to do more CTAs at the end of videos, like comment plan, and I'll send you the workout for free. Like, and like my average duration on all my videos is between like 7 to 12 seconds, and that videos are typically like 20. So like no one's even getting that.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing where I'm like, dude, fuck the CTA at the end. It doesn't matter. right? And this is again, like I'm not your typical content coach guy who's gonna teach you like all these other people. No one gives a shit about your CTA at the end if it's not valuable in the first place. So like, what I want you guys to pay attention to is how's your scene? How many jump cuts do you have? How hard hitting is your hook? All right, when you guys look at your content, all of you guys go do an audit today because, by the way, I do a content audit every 7 days. Maximus will start that every 7 days. Every Sunday I do a content audit and an audit on myself to make sure that I'm doing well and to adjust anything that I need to do. When I look at that lens, I literally look through it in the lens of if I showed my content to Lane Norton or Andy Frisella or any of these guys that I look up to, how quickly would they give me my phone back because they have ADD and they fucking disconnect? Like, that's literally how I do it. If you guys gave your phone to Brian and had him look through the videos, how quickly do you think he would disconnect and fucking give you advice or just move on to the next thing? Because don't get it twisted, me and Brian got fucking ADD out the wazoo, alright? It's like our brains just move mad quick. So look through it at that lens. If you can't watch your own video more than twice without thinking about other things, you need to do it again.
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel better about the content that I'm putting out, so I'm definitely not going to take my foot off the gas.
Good.
I'm posting seven days a week now since the event.
That's the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Good job.
2 posts a week, picture posts, like social proof is the most I've ever posted. It's like I'm fucking checking the boxes. I think I just gotta put my nose down and do some self audits and figure it out.
I like it. There we go. Go get it done. Again, it's a grind mode, okay? And like, there's always a lot of content coaches and shit out there are gonna try to say that there's this hack and this hack and this hack and this hack. And even though there are things that you could do, like the 1 second loop reel, all right? Views don't mean shit. So like, I'm all about just being real with it. Like, how many saves are you getting on each video? If you're not getting a lot of saves, your content's not valuable enough, period. If you're not getting a lot of shares, it's not valuable enough, period. Like, did you see the generational trauma video that I did?
I feel like I did.
So go to my page, you'll see one, it's got 1 million views. It's got the most views that I've gotten in the last like 60 days on a video. Dude, that thing's almost got 20,000 shares. Why? Because it was relatable. So whether people loved it or hated it, they shared it. And that's what fucking matters. That's how you grow, and that's how you get more eyes, that's how you get more followers, that's how you get more leads. If you guys are just creating, like, saying random generic shit that nobody resonates with or doesn't pull any emotion, they're not going to share it. They're not going to want to come back to it. And that's why we're not growing. Feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel that actually gave me an idea. I'm gonna write some shit down.
There we go. I like it. Go get it done.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Cole.
That got you, dog. Vladimir, what's up?
Yo, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
I like the energy, G. How can I help you?
Yo, I just wanted to share some wins. One, I've officially gained 10,000 new followers since January.
Say it again. Say it again.
10,000 new followers since January. Organic. Oh. Things are working. I'm finding what's working, so that's good. Another one, yesterday I gave like my notice to 2 clients, 2 virtual personal training clients that I train FaceTime to, like, that we're gonna discontinue in 30 days. That's gonna give me 16 hours back of my time for the month.
Good job, bro. Boundaries there. I like it.
It's like over $1,200 a month, but I'm ready to disconnect. I'm ready to kill that baby. I know I gotta kill that baby if I want to grow, if I want to spend more time on DMs and content.
I like that.
One, I guess my question that I have, with the kettlebell thing, people come to me because of technique. You know, the kettlebell is very hard to handle. There's a learning curve for it. So I take part a lot in my feedback and all of that. So it's about seeing if I could be more efficient with the feedback I'm giving my people. So the way it works, they send me the videos, you know, like 3 or 6 videos, and then I reply on the chat like, hey, exercise A, fix this, exercise B, fix this. I go through all the exercises that they send me. I copy and paste those notes, add them to the instructions of the workout, so they're right there next time they do it. I'm trying to see if there's something more efficient that I could be doing, or that's the thing I gotta do if I want to be better body.
Why don't you do a group check-in where you do a call once a week and you have everybody show up, and what they do is they upload their videos to a comment thread in Facebook, and then you do a screen share and you do a public audit of as many videos as you can get done in 30 minutes. and then everybody gets a review on forum and what it looks like, good or bad.
That's a good idea. I do like one monthly, I guess, live class where I order them and teach them live. But I guess that's a good one too. So
Well, it's like the efficiency it's a broad term, right? So like what I'm thinking about when you say like how can I be more efficient with it is how can we speed up the process and make sure that everybody benefits. The reason why we do pod chats, guys, like this, instead of just answering one-on-one questions in the DMs is because, well, number one, I'm a fucking human being, not a robot. Okay? And I can't answer questions from 1,100 people every single day. I just can't. Like, it's fucking physically impossible. I would die. Right? I wouldn't be able to keep up with you guys. And Brittany, Lars, Dar, Rick, Jay, Angie, Quincy, all of you guys that are here right now, you deserve, all right, my attention. Hence why we have this call. Because if I was trying to answer 1,100 DMs every day, I wouldn't be able to give you guys my attention. Does this make sense? You still with me, Vlad?
yeah.
Right? So when it comes down to efficiency in the group call, it's like, okay, well, I'm trying to do form corrections for all these people. And is it valuable? Yes. And if you want to keep doing it, then fucking run it 100%. If you can keep up with it, then do it. But when I'm always looking at future casting. How many clients do you have right now?
Right now I have 9.
Lit. If we were to give you another fucking 18, would you be able to do one-on-one form corrections for everybody in the DMs?
No, we have to hire someone.
Exactly, right? Now, you could do that, or you could just move to a public forum. Because, let's be real, let's say everybody's struggling with their fucking squat, right? You could literally say, Wednesday squat day. Everybody take a fucking video of their squat form and post in the Facebook group. We're going to be reviewing it today. And then you could just go in there and start breaking it down. Bop, 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 bop. And then like that's the trend of the day today.
Okay. So have them post it on the Facebook group, and then I kind of would it be like a Loom?
Not the Facebook group. So what I would do is put up a Facebook post Tuesday night. All right. And I would say, yo, Wednesday at 12 p.m. PST, we're doing squat form corrections. Take a video of your squat and post it in the comments of this post. All right, and then everybody who's got their video of their squat that week or whatever the case may be, you can tell them in their check-ins, you can tell them over the DMs, in Trainerize, whatever you wanted to do. Everybody posts all their workouts in the thread of that post, not in the group, in the thread of that post. And then you just drop a Zoom link. Let's guys, come on in here. Let's fucking go. And then everybody joins the Zoom call and you pop them up just like we're doing pod chats right now. And I share my screen. We go to that Facebook post and I just start fucking banging out videos. Yo, Vlad, so what I'm seeing right here is I'm loving the depth on your squat, but you're really letting your knees come in a little bit too much. And the problem with this is not only we're going to be affecting your back, but we're going to be all fucking up your ankles. You also risk banging around the fucking kettlebell on your knees when you're coming down. So let's change this, this, and this. Do it. Feel me?
Pretty much same thing as DM audits.
Yeah, 100%, dude. DM audits, fucking any pod chats, content audits when I'm doing it with you guys. All right, you guys have probably seen me do open Q&As in the CLA in the past as well, where I just post up an actual post. You guys drop questions below, then I do a live stream. I share my screen, I answer all the questions live. I think it's the same thing, because if I was to answer all of the questions that I get on a Q&A individually in the DMs, it would take me 9 fucking hours, or I wouldn't even be able to get it done in a day. Where if I answer them all live or on a Zoom call, how many of you guys got value from what I just told Vlad? There's like 3 of you guys that already just posted in the chat box, right? Well, if I didn't do this live with you Zoom right now, none of those people would have heard it. Feel me?
Yeah.
So like, I'm always thinking about future casting. Right now you have 9 clients, you're doing personal form corrections. If you have 18 clients, you won't be able to do it anymore. You have 27 clients and you try to do it. Next thing you know, Maximus is gonna get a great review. Chris is gonna get none of your time. Feel me?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Alright, man, thank you. And also, I signed a new plan today.
I like it. You come to the event?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna figure out how to pay for it, but I'm going.
You just fucking sign a new client. That's how you're gonna pay for it, bro. There you go.
I know.
Fucking bam. All right, there we go. Get it done. Let's see. iPhone. What's up? Jackie, you gotta change your name in Zoom.
That's what I was gonna ask you. My iPhone.
Yes, your iPhone. iPhone right now. I can see it right now. It's fucking hilarious. What's up? How can I help you?
So my question is, my last challenge was not successful. I've done a couple before and they have been successful, but I think what was wrong was like I overgave. I did it a little bit differently how we do it in CLA based on like what I've been doing because I've been in the industry for like 3 years. So I do like a paid one. So I don't know if I should switch it to free. But I think it was just like too much stuff. So it was either A, they were overwhelmed, or B, they thought they had everything they needed.
So let's just talk about it. What did you give them?
Okay. Like too many guides. Like I gave them like a travel guide, an out to eat guide. Like it was just overwhelming with how much value I gave them. So like they really did have everything they needed, really. But obviously they need accountability. But so yeah.
Yeah. So I wholeheartedly agree. And this is the thing that like. This is where Brian and myself just consistently tell you guys don't reinvent the wheel. It's not because we're cocky. It's not because we're arrogant. It's not because we feel like we're the only people in the industry that have fucking value to give you guys. It's because Brian and myself built a multi-six-figure fitness company exactly off of the things that we've given you, period. Like there's no, like there isn't a different way we ran the 4-day challenge or the 14-day challenge or the 6-week challenge or any of that stuff. It's exactly how we teach it, right? Now, if you do a paid challenge, all right, there's nothing wrong with that, 100%, but it still needs to be ran with the same structure. The reason why the 14-day challenge works so well, all the way up to the 4-day paid challenge or the 6-week paid challenge that we teach in the 10K and the $1 Million Mastermind, is because of how simplistic they are. Brian and myself ran a 21-day challenge in the past, Jackie, that was paid, all right? And then what ended up happening is when they joined, we gave them like a fucking, it was like an 81-page booklet. It fucking had everything you needed. I have it still. No, you guys can't have it. Too bad. On every single thing that you need in fitness, period. It's like, it was crazy. Guess how many people we signed? We had 920 people sign up. Guess how many people we signed?
10.
2. Fucking 2. It was dog shit. And nobody did fucking nothing. We spent days adding everybody to Trainerize and doing all this other shit, and diving in all this crap. Trash. But it was because of exactly what you did. We went too complex instead of simplistic. People, as soon as you create a barrier, they're not coming through. Right? They're not coming through. And that's why they've been struggling for fucking decades. Because they're like, oh, dieting's so hard because then I gotta diet, and then I need to work out, and then I need to alter my schedule, and then I need to change all my fucking food. Where if we just start with a person being like, homie, just go for a 10-minute walk for the next 14 days. That's it. Nothing else. Start with that. And people are like, that's it? Yeah, just that. And then they do it, and then they're like, oh, this is way better. And then we add in a little bit of water, and then we add in fucking maybe no more fast food, and just eat regular food. And then we add in something else. It's the more simplistic you make it, the more people will follow it.
Okay, so I'll rewatch the training in the portal and then just implement it exactly as it is. Do you think I should go free? Because I haven't done a free one in probably like a year, so it probably would.
How many clients do you have?
23.
Are you struggling for leads right now?
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Because I haven't done one in a minute either. So.
the reason why I asked that question for everybody who might be wondering is if you are quote unquote struggling for leads, meaning you don't have a lot of individuals reaching out to you, that means you might have produced valuable content, but people don't trust you yet. So you gain their trust by giving them a zero barrier of entry based off of the content. Now, if you launch a free challenge and you get 0 engagement, that tells us that your content is not as valuable as we think it is. Does this make sense?
Could you say that again?
Yes, so our content is what gets people to know, like, and trust you, right?
Yes.
So if we have amazing content, we will then get inbound leads, or they would be willing to pay for a paid challenge. Awesome. Now, if we produce a free challenge and we get a shitload of leads in it, that means our content is amazing. That's a huge fucking win. If we produce a free challenge and we get 0 leads, that tells me that there is a gap in what you are giving. People don't trust you right now because you are not giving them anything to trust you. Feel me?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I've been really consistent with like the DMs, so it would be like good to like then I can go back and find all those people too. So
Yes,
okay,
yes,
cool. Can I ask one more question?
yes. Yes, you can.
I was doing I think you call it ideation last night, and I was noticing this one girl who does really well. I don't know if she's in like this program, but she was doing like a challenge of herself and like sharing reels of like her own personal journey. And I've seen like content like that doing really well, where it's like just being like real and raw and just like sharing content of your own journey essentially. What do you think about that type of content?
I fucking love it. Who is it?
I think her name is Xtina. I don't know if that's how you
Yeah, Xteen used to be a coach in the Illinois Mastermind. She's a good friend.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a fucking
Yeah,
savage.
yeah.
So that content is fucking great. All right, absolutely.
Yeah.
You see what it's doing on her page and it's growing like crazy. Now, what we need to ask ourselves is why do we feel like it is doing so well? It's doing so well because number one, she's incredibly raw and real. Number two, every single fucking video is so meticulously planned for her niche, it's not even funny. It's like actually broken down to the cue of who she's speaking to. And number three, her vulnerability in her own journey takes them through the proof statement of this motherfucker knows what I'm going through, so I'm gonna hire them.
Yeah, totally.
Right? We have value, proof, connection, and then documentation, which I call the lost art of content creation because none of you fuckers document your journeys. Love you, but like half of you guys are just like, buy my shit, here's a bunch of content. Where it's like, where's your own stuff? Where's your own nutrition? Where's your own meals? Where's your own story? Where's your own like journey?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I haven't really seen anything like that in the fitness industry, so I thought that was cool.
She did amazing.
Alright, thank you.
Of course, got you. You come to the event?
Yes.
You fucking better be good. I like that. Cool. I'll see you soon. There you go. Ashner, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Cole? I want to share a win
Tell me.
after that 5-hour masterclass. So starting July 1st, $500 bid. July 3rd, $950 bids too. So it was $2,300 for the week.
I like that. I like that.
I'm like, thank you, man. And a lot of it was just me not implementing it. It was bullshit question performing. So I just want to say thank you.
Good fucking job, bro. Super proud of you. That makes me incredibly happy. You know what that also means? You know what that also means?
What does that mean?
You can come to the event. I'll see you soon. What's your question? Let's hit it.
Okay, so my question is, I have two questions. So you said that one of the stats that means that your content is doing good is follows, right? How many follows?
Yes.
So there's this one type of content where it's just me posing with lighting and stuff. It's not really value, but that gets most of the follows.
Do it.
Does that mean I should still do it?
Yeah, 100%. So I'll relate that to Christine's content or Xteen's content. The reason why that's beneficial is because you are showing what you are doing. You are showing your physique. You are the proof of your own concept. You're the proof of your own coaching, right? So you need to understand that they might not be the warmest follows. They might not be hot buyers because they're just following you off of a physique video and you're inspiring them. But that doesn't mean they can't be turned into buyers because they followed you for fitness physique and they stayed for the content you're producing to get the fitness physique. But I like it. Go ahead.
Cool. And then my second question was kind of more I want to see, I know this is an opinion-based question, but what's your advice as a young guy in terms of dating chicks at 22? When you're trying to build a business, do you think I should cut it all off and just or is it actually
I fucking love this question. Yo, I love this question. Just wait. I love this question, and I'm laughing not because of the thought that instantaneously went in my head, but because fucking Robert's pearly ass fucking teeth right away, dude. As soon as you ask that question, right away, just a fucking big smile. So listen, okay, I'll be very straight up here. All right. What should you do right now at 22 years old when you're trying to build your business and you're thinking about dating? You should avoid dating and get a ticket to the event. No, I'm just fucking around. So, I'm not fucking around, but I'm marine real. Listen, I met Julia at 22, 23. Okay? Now, keep in mind, guys, I started drinking and experimenting with drugs between the age of 9 and 14. So, I was out of my party phase at fucking 20 to 23, all right? And I wanted to start doing something with my life. Now, the benefit of me going through all of that is it made me incredibly, quote unquote, mature at that level, and I was able to fucking focus in on a bunch of different things. But when I tell you that trying to balance the relationship while trying to build the business, all right, when I was first starting was hard, that's not an understatement. Right? Anybody here who's in a serious relationship when you're trying to fucking become an entrepreneur, it gets fucking hard because guess what? They're not going to understand what you're doing. They're not going to get why you want to stay in and work while they want to go out and do shit because that's not what their life is. So my suggestion to you, and some of you guys, okay, some of you guys might agree with this, some of you guys might not. My suggestion to you is if you do not have a person right now, focus on yourself because through building the business and working on self, you will become the person that will attract your person. When I met Julia, bro, I was already on my fucking transformation journey. I'd already cut out alcohol. I'd already cut out drugs. I'd already won one fitness competition. We actually started dating the day that I won my first fitness competition. That's not a fucking lie. Julia was like, and again, this was out of my fuckboy days. I won my fitness competition. We were just talking. Julia sat me down and was like, motherfucker, I'm not getting any younger. Are we dating or what the fuck is going on here? And I was like, touche. And then we started dating. So I'm like, it's like when it comes down to it, a lot of us seek things when we're not ready instead of becoming the person that will attract the stuff that we want. So my suggestion to you would be focus on your business, focus on your fitness, focus on your life, all right? And you will eventually attract the person that you would like to be with, I promise you.
And what about like just experimenting stuff, like just casual dating? Is that like bad too?
Homie, don't ask me dumbass questions, okay? I gave you a fucking answer to it, all right? All right? Casual dating, do whatever the fuck you want. But let me, again, what would you rather do? Be at the bar fucking casually dating and fucking around for no reason because you want to act like a fucking 22-year-old kid? Or do you want to make $1 million fucking dollars because you're working on your business and breaking shit down?
Like $1 million.
There, and listen, again, a lot of people might not agree with that advice and they might not like it. But again, I went down the bar path, I went down the experimentation path, I went down the fuckboy path. Not saying you are, it's just me a definition of myself. And like again, it was a waste of fucking time. And it never get me anywhere. Like, there's nothing better than working on yourself, seeing the success that you've always wanted, and then finding a person to share that life with. Just saying.
Okay, absolutely, man. Thank you.
Dope. You fucking killed it. Got 3 fucking paid in fulls. Click the link in the chat box. Get a ticket to the event. Stop fucking around. Sarah, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing great. I know you are too. So since our last pod chat calls, things have been going really good. I've been showing up. I've been showing up to all the calls. But in the content, you had said pretty much that I need to be sexier, shorter, straight to the point. So I want to do that with these questions that I have too. So I've been doing online training since December 2019, and I've done very well with my business. I feel very confident on the closing side of things. Whenever I'm on a call with someone, like literally I'm like 100% average, but I know I'm not booking enough calls with that average. So that's where my focus is right now, is to make sure that I'm booking more calls, which is going to come through my content. Now, where I have the question is that on the calls, I have grown to start asking for deposits, which was out of my comfort zone.
Love
That's
it.
going well. But the one thing that I haven't secured is asking for payment on the phone when they say yes. Now, I think that part of this is coming from, like, I wouldn't send somebody money before I looked at an agreement. And so maybe that's, like, my thing that's kind of holding me back from doing it. But, like, does everybody actually ask for payment?
Fucking right.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So to get out of your comfort zone that way, like, is that you're helping them set up the link?
No. I have the link set up ready to go before we even get on the call.
No, of course, but that's how you're like pitching it to them, that like, hey, we're gonna get this processed right now, and then I will be sending you over the agreement after this is processed.
No. So, oh yeah, that's usually what I do. So this is the breakout. All right, we're on the call. Me and you are fucking on the call. I'm selling you right now, Sarah. Then basically what I'll do is I'll be like, okay, so does that all sound good? Yeah? Okay, perfect. So there's 2 options. It's $750 for 16 weeks, or if that's a little bit too much, it's $250 a month. Now again, you guys can pitch multiple different ways. If you just want paid in fulls, say $750. If you just want monthly, do $250. If you want to play with it, say $750 and then downsell to monthly if they fucking struggle with it. There's multiple different ways. I'm just breaking it down. I want to do the $250 monthly. Awesome. Sounds good. So I actually just sent you a payment link. Can you actually check your text messages? Yeah. Dope. You see that? Yeah. Okay, dope. Can you text me your email? You're gonna text me your email. And then I'm literally going to say verbatim. Awesome. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to click that link and I want you to fill out the investment link while we're on the call right now. I'm just gonna put you on a brief hold and I'm gonna build out your welcome email and then we're gonna go over it on the call before we hang up today. Does that sound good? Yeah? Lit. And then I'm just gonna hit mute. And I'm gonna open up my fucking Stripe and I'm gonna look at my Stripe until that payment comes in. And I'm not even joking, guys. I'll literally sit there refreshing for 2 minutes. And at 2 minutes, I'll unmute and be like, yo, Sarah, are you still there? Yeah? Okay, cool. Did you get that payment filled out? Now, I already either know that you fucking did, but I gotta ask and I break it down. Or I'm going to wait till you say no, and then instantaneously I'm going to say, oh, why not? And they're like, oh, well, I don't have my debit card. That's fine. We can do online banking. We can easily do a transfer like that. You got PayPal, you got e-transfer, you got write down, don't fuck with me. Like, anybody can pay on the phone, period. And then as soon as I get the payment, I'm going to be like, Lit, I just sent you an email for your welcome email. Can you check that out? As soon as you say that you got it, I'm like, perfect, now pause. Sarah, how does it feel to fucking invest in your success and finally take action towards the goals that you want to achieve? We're going to dive into that.
So then when you're doing that, like I do all my calls by Zoom, so then you would just like take yourself off camera. Like when you're saying I'm just going to place you on hold, you just take yourself off camera and mute it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like
Now,
what I would do is like to give them some space, literally just be like, all right, so I just sent the payment link over the chat. Can you actually click that and fill that out? And in the meantime, I'm going to build out your welcome email. I'm actually just going to turn off my camera for a minute. You can do the same, just because I don't want to make any weird ass faces while I'm sitting here building out your welcome email and breaking it down. Sound good? And then there we go.
okay, beautiful. No, that sounds good. So now the thing is that in all of the years of doing this, I have never had a client say yes, that they're going to go through, and then don't after until now. And of course, it was my first client from the UK. So I have followed up numerous attempts. Like, I mean, email, Instagram, utilizing her pain points from her call as to why she needs to take the action now. And I literally just sent a very expensive text message today as well. So hoping that, like, you know, maybe she'll look at her phone messages. So is there anything else that you think that that you would do when they've committed to saying yes, that they were going to put through that payment and didn't?
Did you try to call them? I don't know if you just said that.
No, I texted. She's from the UK, so I can definitely try and still call, but I haven't called. I've texted.
That's what I do, right? So, and this is the thing, guys. All right. I'm just gonna be blunt with you and everybody else.
Right.
Texting and emailing is the insecure way of having a conversation. I don't play games. Like, if me and you are having a convo, Sarah, and you commit to me in any way, I'm spam calling the fuck out of you.
Okay.
And I'm literally gonna be like, hey, what's going on? Where you been? Let's have a conversation. Dan Martell literally said yesterday, guys, we were on a call with him. He's like, let's put it this way. Let's say you and Arthur are best friends, okay? If you ghost Dan, Dan will text Arthur and be like, oh my God, is Sarah okay? Is everything good on your end? Have you heard from her? And Arthur will be like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, of course she's okay. I talked to her yesterday. Like, oh, okay, next time you see her, can you let her know that Dan Martell's talking to her or looking for her because we had a conversation and she's gone ghost. I want to make sure that she's all right. Like, he'll literally message your friends on Facebook being like, where are you at?
Okay, that's savage. I love it. So with that being said, when would you call her?
Fucking now.
Okay.
If you look at the time zone and spam call the fuck out of them. Like, hey, motherfucker, you committed to me. If they're answering the phone and they get defensive, be like, listen, Sarah, I understand. Okay, you got a lot going on in your life, so do I. And that's why I just want to get a straight answer from you. I'd love to help you. That's why we had a conversation. You committed to the program. If you don't want to do it, just let me know. All right, I have a bunch of people that are actually waiting for the spot right now. I just reopened it up and somebody else can fill it. But I would love to help you because when we had a phone call, you told me that you wanted to lose 80 pounds, and I don't want you to feel like that anymore. Right? Like, again, you got, and this is where, like, you guys got to disconnect from the even like with you saying the word savage there, right? Like, disconnect from the word savage because it's not. You're holding individuals to the fucking standard they are asking you to hold them to, right? Like, as soon as someone gets on the phone with you guys and inquires about coaching, if they give you a deposit, it's even more in depth. Like, they are literally asking you to be the person that calls them out on their bullshit. Does that make sense?
That's the thing. Yeah, you helped flip the script on that, so that's good. Now, leading into my last question, I had a bodybuilding client reach out in application based off of another client that I have. She said that she was ready to jump into it. Like, anyways, so at the end of my application, I asked if you want to book a call, if you're ready to send, or if you just want me to send the information. So anyways, I sent the information through, the contract and the link and everything. She never got back to me, same sort of thing where I got ghosted. Sent her a text message today too, took the bitch route in there and that, but I will give her a call.
Stop saying bitch route, okay? You're doing your job, all right?
Yeah, okay. So with that being said, though, well, I just meant like a bitch route because I texted, not called, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't let anybody try to like just pay right off the bat. It's just not gonna happen. Like a lot of people talk shit,
Yeah.
right? And the reason why is just due to insecurity. That's it, guys. Like, let's be real. People are incredibly insecure. So if you give them an option between clicking "I'm ready to go right now" or "No, I need to talk about it," a lot of people will just say "I'm ready to go right now" because they don't want to feel insecure about answering that question when they know they're not fucking ready in the first place.
That's a good way to put it.
Right? So like, I just remove the resistance. Like, I'm a busy person, meaning I need to see who you are. I need to know what you're about, or I'm not going to give you the time of day. So you don't just get to choose around me. These are the stipulations and boundaries. So what's better for you, and then make that happen. Okay?
Okay, beautiful. Thanks for all the value, Cole.
Bet. Paige said don't call on fucking your phone. Use WhatsApp because it'll save you money. But also, Paige, if you sign a client, you'll make that $400 back very quickly. That's all I'm saying. Spam call the fuck out of people. All right, that's what I do. Also, Michelle just dropped the Canva link in the chat box for you guys if you'd like to download that. MyFitnessPal. But if you download the MyFitnessPal guidebook and you don't come to the event, I'll be extremely disappointed in you. Sarah, you're coming to the event, right? Good. There we go. I like it. All right, I like it. Arthur, what's up? We're gonna answer Arthur and Suffice, even though we're over what's called an hour. I want to make sure I get to you guys. Go ahead.
Hey Cole, appreciate that. First of all, I just want to say thanks for your advice on the content audits. I immediately took what you gave me. I implemented the using motion with the talking head, and I split things up with using B-roll. The post has only been up for not even 24 hours, and it's already on track to be my best performing reel.
Yeah, there we go, Doc. That makes me super happy. There we go.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. I love it. So my question was about sales calls. Yesterday I got on a call with a guy, and he spilled his life story. We had a really great call, and he said he wanted to sign up, but he was doing some traveling, so he threw some money objections at me. I handled all the objections. I feel like I've really been able to improve my call, my sales call game for sure. I overcame his objections. I got the deposit, but I really had to push for it. I mean, like he was very hesitant to send me that deposit. I overcame like probably 3 different objections.
Yeah.
To get the deposit, but then half an hour later, he texted me and he's like, "Hey man, it's just not the right time. Can I please get a refund on that deposit?" I sent him a voice message and said, "Hey, let's just take some time." And he was like, "No, I want the refund." So I sent it back. So my question was, is there like a point where it's actually you're pushing too far?
Yes.
Over the objections?
Yeah, 100%. So it's like it is 100% contextual, and it's hard, right? Because you guys do need to push, and a lot of you guys don't push hard enough. Period. You guys just don't. You'll handle a couple objections, and then you'll bitch out, for lack of a better term. Not calling you guys bitches, just how I speak. Love you. So when it comes down to it, like you need to understand that these people are gonna have excuses, so you gotta push a little bit. But if you gotta drag $50 out of someone, Arthur, drag it out of them, that's where we kind of gotta use our intuition a little bit. Where it's like, is this worth it? Like, if I need to beg you when you want to lose 100 pounds to pay $50 because your vacation is more important than your health, why the fuck am I talking to you? Right? And that's where I know you want to help everybody, but all of you guys need to understand you can't help everybody. You just can't. Right? You guys, I guarantee all of you in the next year will have a conversation with someone where they're on the phone with you crying their fucking eyes out because they regret their entire life, they're incredibly unhealthy, somebody in their family died, something went horrible, and then they'll tell you how they're spending all this money on dumb shit, but they will not invest in you or their health or their nutrition or their training. Because people like to play the victim card. They would rather be the victim than admit that they are the reasons why they're in the horrible place they are in and take responsibility. So for you, it's going to be playing the game, right? Feeling it out, okay? Feeling it out and breaking it down. But what I need you to just understand is that it's all contextual. And yes, you are right. There is a place where it's too much. So what I would do is paid in full. All right, always lead with that. Unless you guys really want monthly, then don't talk about the paid in full. Or make your paid in full extremely high and then price anchor with the monthly. So my paid in full is $1,500 for 16 weeks. However, all right, a lot of individuals don't like to go that route. They'd rather prefer a monthly option, so it's only X amount. And then they'll usually always pick the monthly because you price anchored with your paid in full. know what you want and then pitch that, and then have one downsell, which is usually the monthly. If you need to, you can always do bi-weekly. I don't know why people fucking like that shit, but they usually go for it, even though it's the exact same amount on a monthly basis. It's fucking weird. This is why I also think it's weird that Australians get paid weekly. You fucking weirdos. I love you guys, but it makes absolutely no sense to me. All right, and then it's weekly, but then it's like, okay, they're push, handle objection for the monthly. If you gotta fight over a $50 deposit, like that's where I draw the line. There's no way.
Gotcha. And I had that thought on the phone too. Like,
Yeah.
And
But see, no, but ask them, right? Like this is where like you're allowed to call them out. That's also part of objection handling. Like I would just stop and be like, Arthur, can I just be real with you for a minute? Can I coach you for a minute? And then obviously the person's gonna say yes because they're on the call with you. And I'm just gonna be blunt, like, okay, listen. I'm not saying that you're made of money, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad about this current situation. But we just spent the last 45 minutes on the call talking about how your health is your main important thing and how you would like to transform your entire life and all of these different things that you said. I didn't say, you said about your health and your life. But you won't spend $50 just to put down a deposit because you want to focus on a vacation instead of your health? Like, is this actually important to you, or are we wasting our time right now? And this is where, like, I'm blunt. And some people call it bitchy, and I call it being a fucking coach and not a friend. Like, what are we doing right now? We're arguing after you, we're arguing over you investing in your health versus investing in a vacation. Like, what do you want? I'm not here to argue what's better. You chose to be on this call. So why are you here if you're just going to focus on your vacation? Does that make sense, Arthur?
Yeah, 100%. One thing I've been doing is I drop the paid in full price, and then if there are objections, then I handle the objections, and if I need to, then I come in with the monthly.
I love that.
Like price anchor, like what you were saying. One thing I've noticed though is that in the last few calls that I've had, people are like down to pay the paid in full, but then they're a little bit caught off guard, I guess, when I say, awesome, man, like what I'll do is I'll send you a link right now and we can take care of that investment now. Does that sound good? And then I get a sense where they're a little bit hesitant to like on the phone right then and there make that paid in full. I was wondering, like, is there anything that you could say between where you've dropped the price and when you send them the link? Is there anything in between there that you
Just let them feel uncomfortable. It's meant to be.
Right.
Motherfuckers have been. It's like it's the same thing when you guys go buy a car and they're like, okay, so like, can you move on the price a little bit for me? And they're like, yeah, man. Instead of 30 grand, it'll be 29 grand. And you're like, I don't know about that. And they're like, you know what? We'll do it at 27,000. And you're like, fuck yeah. And you shake their hand, and then you have to pay 27,000 fucking dollars. Like, that's not an easy thing still. Like, it's still overwhelming. They're like, oh my God, now I need to go sign a dotted line where I'm owed 27 grand. Like, it's always uncomfortable when you have to money leaves your account. So let them be.
Gotcha.
Right? And then, like, don't create an objection when there isn't one yet. If it comes up, deal with it. But at that time, as soon as they commit, awesome, bro, you just got a link in your text messages. Can you see that? Yeah, lit. I'm going to put you on hold. I want you to fill that out right now. And then I'll break down your welcome email to make sure that you understand the onboarding my program. Deal? Sound good. Boom, mute. And then I'm just literally sitting there. Okay?
Gotcha. And then one quick question about regarding Sarah's question with following up on leads. Just to be clear, like, is it better, like, when you're following up on someone to just offer a call, like, instead of saying, like, hey man, we had a great talk the other day, like, are you ready to be in your program? Is it better to say, can we hop on a call real quick just to solidify everything?
So this is actually a good point, and I would like to. Brian's actually gonna be excited about this because I'm gonna fucking use him as an example. All right, you guys need to learn sales and marketing language. Okay, sales and marketing language, because it's extremely important. So I'm actually gonna share my screen right now for everybody who's currently listening. Let me know if you can see my screen. Just give me a thumbs up, Arthur.
Yep.
Cool. Listen to this video. All right. Of course, it's fucking muted right now, so I'll just fuck myself because that's usually how Instagram does me.
Never, ever, ever say these 3 words in sales. They make you look like a dork and no one's gonna buy your stuff. Hey, Nick, I'm just checking in with you.
So never say that.
Instead, say, hey, Nick, I I just had a second to get back to you.
There we go. So listen, homie, I just had a second to get back to you. I just wanted to know where we should go from here, which is also going to pop up here as well.
Hey Nick, I haven't heard from you. Instead say, hey Nick, it's great to connect again. I really think you should move forward today. Instead say, where do you think we should go from here? See?
There you go. So like that's literally the language you should utilize in this situation. Arthur, where do you feel like we should go from here? Just had a second to get back to you and I wanted to connect. It's like literally you could take 2 out of 3, almost 3 out of 3 what Brian just said here as your follow-up response, because we're making them know that we are in the authority position while reminding them of what they need to do. Make sense?
Totally. That's like that reel was made for me.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. There we go.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Got you, Doc. Is it Safi?
Yeah. You can just call me James. A lot easier to remember.
Okay, well, listen, I fucking suck at names, so I'm amped right up. There we go. Hell yeah. All right, well, how can I help you, Doc?
So, I have kind of like a 2-part question.
Hit me.
So the first one is content related. So my content schedule, so I completely stopped because a lot of my baseline content, when I was filming in my living room, I like had my whole light set up and all of that. It was very aesthetically pleasing, but it wasn't converting. And then I did a self audit and I realized that all of my videos in the gym were getting way better engagement.
Yeah.
They were allowing me to actually book calls and start new conversations. So I haven't filmed a video in my living room in the last maybe I would say 8-ish months. But now that content strategy is starting to dwindle down just a little bit, and I'm starting to notice that my engagement is decreasing. So I just wanted to know what type, in your opinion, what kind of pivot do you think I should make moving forward? Just because that content is no longer converting and allowing me to start new, actual, in-depth conversations.
Yes. So just straight up, and I'm just going to be blunt with everybody. Don't get too addicted to one thing. You need to diversify. All right, like your content isn't. Like you guys always hear millionaires and fucking these gurus online talk about how you need to diversify in order to make millions. That's not true. All right, focusing on one business, you'll be able to make millions. But your content is not the same. You should be diversifying. You should be changing it up and playing with different things so you know what people like and dislike. This is why the experimentation mode is so important. Because, like, I do agree, you were doing living room content, it wasn't doing well. I also am willing to bet that if we pull up all the living room content, I could tear it to shreds because it might not be very good, right? Like what we think is good, guys, people and the algorithm will tell us if it is. Doesn't matter what we think. So what I'm willing to bet is that if we just look at the gym content versus the living room content, the gym stuff is just better. Like it's more valuable, it's got more depth, it's more entertaining. It's not that your living room stuff was badly filmed or it's because you're in your living room. People just saw it differently. So what we need to understand is, okay, we're doing gym stuff. We're over spamming it like crazy. It's doing well, but that doesn't mean we forget the other shit. And this is why this is the 4 pillars: value, proof, connection, documentation. Well, value could be actionable steps around training, nutrition, mindset, anything like that. And if it's nutrition, in the kitchen. If it's training, in the gym. If it's mindset, anywhere. Proof, it could be screenshots, videos, testimonials, reviews, all that shit. Connection, anywhere. Documentation, your life and what you do on a daily basis. Not to mention, all of these pillars also coexist. You could create a proof post that is also a value post, that is also a connection post, that is a documentation of your journey to the stage. Right? Does this all make sense, guys? So it's all, not one or the other. And that's where like this is an experimentation game. So what you need to do is you need to do what you did. You said 6 months ago you pivoted from the living room to your gym, correct?
About 6 to 8-ish months ago.
Right. So what you did then, when you assessed, audited, and pivoted, you need to do now. But when you assess, audit, and pivot, I want you to not just kill one style. It's like, okay, this is doing extremely well. Let's do it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to do this content. I'm going to experiment. On Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be doing these things. Does that make sense?
100%.
Right? Like, we got to keep doing the shit that's getting us to the game in the first place, but experiment with other things to see if we can accelerate the process.
Okay. Makes total sense.
Got you. What's next? Anything else?
Thanks. Cool. And also, I would say about 4-ish months, which I give myself a huge pat on the back for this, because I was posting 7 days a week, did not miss, for about 4-ish months. And I started to reach like a burnout just because at the season of fatherhood that I'm in now, my daughter's getting bigger, she requires a lot more attention.
Yeah.
And her energy levels are through the fucking roof. Like right now, she's banging her head on the wall. I decreased it to 5 days a week,
Yeah.
and I almost immediately I noticed that I was booking less calls as soon as I stopped posting 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So basically, I just want to get your opinion on if you think that, because I sat down and I wrote out the time frames to batch my content and to edit my content so that I can start posting 7 days a week again.
Yeah.
Do you think I should make that adjustment to going back to 7 days a week?
Again, it's all contextual, right? Like we could say yes, but that doesn't mean that as soon as you do it, you're going to start booking more calls, right? What I would do is I would assess the content that you posted for 6 months straight while you were posting 7 days a week, assess all of the value that you produced and all of your top videos, right? Then I would compare your top videos to the videos you're posting now 5 times a week. Do they compare, yes or no? If not, then it has nothing to do with how much you are posting, and it has more to do with the content you're producing. Right? Now, if the videos you're posting 5 times a week, right, are exactly the same as the top performing content that you posted 7 days a week, then yes, it might be a volume game. At the end of the day, more at-bats equals more home runs, but you guys also just need to be realistic. You need to listen to what's going on. All right? Like, I can hear Baby Girl right now. I get it. All right? My son's at like, what, 19, 20 months old right now? He's a psychopath, bro. He literally just screamed all morning. We wouldn't give him a cookie. He wouldn't want to eat breakfast. He just fucking lost it. He was just yelling for hours and hours and hours. I was like, I'll literally listen to my nanny being like, oh my God. But again, what you just heard in there, dude, I hired a nanny. Why? Because now Julia can go to the grocery store and she can go to the gym and she can do her thing. And my nanny looks after Kate only 3 days a week to give Julia time and also make sure that I can focus on the things that I need to do, which is spend an extra hour with you guys, half an hour with you guys, because I like being here. I want to make sure that I can serve my clients. So it's like, where are we at financially? Can we get help? No? Okay, then we need to make an adjustment. And if the adjustment is stick to 5 times a week, but do more valuable content, then do it. If you can do 7, then try. But I'm not about I'm about sacrificing my sleep to make things happen, but I will never tell a father to sacrifice time with his daughter. Like, I would never sacrifice time with Kate. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, dude, guys, my morning time with that boy is my favorite time of the entire day. Like, getting back from the gym and him just waking up and running over to me and fucking hugging me in the morning is my favorite time of the entire day. So it's like, I do things in my day to make sure that I don't lose that.
Yeah.
Right? So we assess, then we make a change. I don't want you to make any changes until you assess. Deal? Cool, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it. Well,
Got you,
I
dog.
just have one more question, if that's okay.
Of course, hit me. We're here.
I wanted to dial in because again, I find it super difficult. Well, not difficult. I just feel like I can be a little bit more diligent with my time as far as going live. Because when I do go live, that sparks a lot of conversations, and like you said, it's giving me more at-bats.
Yeah.
It's just super difficult for me right now to manage my time with, not sacrificing time with my daughter, just because I do have a lot of on daddy duty shifts, if you will. My wife is a full-time student and works full-time.
Yep.
So majority of my time is with her, and I just really wanted to dial in a time to go live. What are you thinking?
So this is the thing, right? Like, I don't think you're gonna have a solid time to go live, unless you can do it before they wake up or during nap. Does she have a nap time right now? How old is she?
She's 2.
Right? Does she have a nap time still?
Between 2 and 3 p.m.
What if you do 2:30?
2:30 go live.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Right? And just do 10 minutes. 2:30 every day, 10 minutes, bang it out.
Got it. And I think that's where I was messing up is I was trying to go live for like 15, 20 minutes.
Bro.
2-3 times a week.
No, and you're trying, but at the end of the day, you guys gotta listen to what's going on. Do you operate off your Google Calendar yet? Yes or no?
Yeah, I just started using it about a month ago.
Good. So everything goes in there, bro. Everything moving forward across the board, okay?
Got it.
Like that's the goal, hands down.
Yeah. Got it.
Perfect, dude.
Appreciate your call.
Got you, Doc. All right, I love it. Guys, if you're on the audio-only replay right now, all right, and you're our client, go post your biggest takeaway in the Facebook group. Let us know what you got from today. If you are live me right now, all right, one of the 27 individuals that stayed the entire time, thank you. Appreciate you. All right, I love that you guys want to get value. Go post your biggest takeaway in the Facebook group, all right? And again, I'm not going to stop pushing it, all right? You guys know that I barely push anything. I don't even sell for my social media, okay? I just give value and talk because I just like serving. I've been in the back end doing it the entire time. Get to the fucking event. Click the fucking link and do it. All right? I'm not telling you that you got to get VIP. I'm not telling you that you guys got to do all the extras. Just be in the room. If you get value from me online, I will transform your fucking life in person. If you had a chance to talk to me in person before and you've been to an event, you know that. All right? You've experienced it. You don't believe me? Ask Chris. All right? Ask the people that have been there before. And you will understand. There's another level of energy when you have me standing in front of you. I might be short, all right? But my energy's 6'6", all right? Don't get it twisted. I might be 5'6", like physique-wise, but I'm 7 feet energy-wise, and you'll fucking feel it as soon as I walk in the room, all right? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. That's it for today. Peace. Go have a good day. That's it, guys. All right, that's it. YouTube, I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all right? Make sure you leave a like, and you comment your biggest takeaway. All right, I want to know what you guys got from this video. And I want to make sure that you guys are enjoying these because honestly, when it comes down to doing live streams on YouTube and producing a bunch of content, it's something new. All right, it's definitely something new. But, all right, it's something that we've become extremely dedicated to because I love YouTube content. Absolutely love it. And this. I get to give you guys a lot more long-term value. I get to pour into you guys in a deeper way. I get to express how I'm feeling in business and in mindset, in traveling, and way more. So we're gonna be teaching a lot of business stuff. We're gonna be teaching a lot of fitness stuff. We're gonna be teaching a lot of mindset stuff. Again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below with what you would like to see next. Thank you guys so much for watching.